Hey everyone, what's up? I'm gonna be drawing a Chimaera inspired mermaid today. So I kind of want to give you like some background on like what a Chimaera is and like what just all their deal because it's pretty funny. They're kind of weird. They come from the same kind of relative. They're like relatives of sharks and rays and stuff like that because they're cartilaginous fish and they don't have a proper swim bladder, I think. So what they do is they have like a modified regular bladder to work as a swim bladder. So they just kind of like uh, permeate like this urine smelling type stuff going on because they don't. I don't remember. I didn't pay attention in marine biology that much, or maybe I just forgot it. But basically, they're the pee-pee sharks of the deep ocean. Um, so I made this mermaid kind of like goblin-y looking. Um, so yes, that's my angle for this drawing. I also wondered if I would like maybe we could talk about some like art history and like um, how artists are as like in a generalized thing, and like not all artists are the same, but there's just kind of common themes that I kind of wanted to talk about just as an artist myself. um, so oftentimes artists, because they need to like do art, they spend a lot of time on their own, just like um, you're alone and you're focused on this thing, but you also have a lot of thoughts going on through your mind, and you might be like more pensive, I guess. I guess just the point is artists think a lot. And I feel like thinking a lot and depression kind of go hand in hand. um, at least in my experience, that's how it is. But sometimes art can also be a getaway from all that. So it's kind of this dual-edged sword, right? Because you love doing art because it helps you maybe sort out the things in your brain that you're thinking about. Uh, but at the same time, if you are like insecure about your work or anything like that, and your art, let's say you want to do it for money and it's not getting any attention, and you're like not making any money off of it, but you're so passionate still, but also you need money to survive. It's a little bit frustrating, and I'm just kind of coming into that now as somebody who can't find a job and have tried to sell art for money. And I've sold some things, but I have not had any commissions for a long time, and I'm just not like well known or anything like that. And I think it's just because like um I don't know if it's just like modern day or just like always, but you don't find that people want to pay for art particularly. And then there's also the problem with how saturated um the whole thing is. There's a lot of artists in the world. So I feel like, but you know what? I feel like there's a lot of artists, but not all of them are like artistic. I feel like some artists just kind of like they're passionate about it, but like in a work way. And that's fine, I guess. You can study to do whatever. Honestly, you just have to like put in the effort and dedication. But I feel like there's a difference between doing art because to make ends meet versus doing art because you genuinely appreciate art. And I don't know where to go off on that tangent, but shout out to that tangent. Um what am I doing now in the art? I'm moving it around. This is the line art. Um Another fun fact about chimeras is that their dorsal fin has a spine on the first end that is like a little bit venomous, or would it be poisonous? I don't know. I'm not sure. It just, you don't want to get pricked by it. Next, I'm coloring in the figure. If I'm honest, I wasn't really too proud of this piece, but I spent like more time on it than I wanted to, so I just like ended it there. But let's talk more about depressed artists. So, a lot of artists are depressed. Welcome to their world, you know, like it just happens. Pablo Picasso, you know, Da Vinci, I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass. I didn't take art history. I just know basic things because like I'm one of those people that just kind of enjoys art in any way. I like a lot of different mediums, so I do dabble in like everything. I don't follow a lot of artists on YouTube because I feel like a lot of them have that vibe where they're just kind of doing it for money. But there is this one guy called Peter Draws who kind of inspires me in an abstract way because he does a lot of abstract art. And he helped me kind of like come to terms with like just draw. Don't have like any expectations. And but you know that's obviously like a hard mindset to keep if you're like actually trying to like do realistic drawing. But like for abstract stuff, you just put whatever you want down on a page, and that's art, baby. That's art. That was a little cringy. Anyway, I was like going crazy with the shading here, which I wouldn't have done if I realized that like I was gonna put another color on top of there, on the back and like fish area. So I had to like reshade everything later and stuff like that, but it's whatever. But yeah, I think I didn't really like this piece that much because it wasn't really fun. I really like the drag mermaid because I got to like do makeup and like fun colors. This piece was just kind of like a chore. But I had the idea in my head and I wanted it like out in front of me so badly. But it was just boring to execute, you know? So yeah, while researching for this video, because I didn't know everything there is to know about chimeras, you know, so I kind of like did some like Googling, and apparently there's not much known about them, because they're deep sea fish, and they don't really taste good, so like, you know, because they're the pee-pee sharks, so they're like of least concern. They're not getting like overfished or anything. That's pretty cool. Some of them have like a little dangly bit on their forehead as well. That's pretty cool. Also, I think it's pretty cool that while they look a lot like sharks, they are not. They have their own classification for some reason. There's like different kinds too, so I just kind of like melded together the kinds in this drawing because it's loosely inspired. All right, I wasn't like going with an exact pattern here, but I tried my best. After like making the line work that color, I kind of like regretted it, but I just couldn't go back because like then it would look weird. It would just look weirder. I don't know. I tried, but it just didn't work. But anyway, I did end up like taking the surrounding area of the eyes and making that black later in the video. I'm just putting spoilers all over the place, but I'm just thinking of them like as this goes along. there I am putting the other color on the back, which, I tried to keep all the shading I could by just like making it kind of transparent and really gingerly adding color. So this is just a dull piece, TBH. It's not like an attention grabber, I guess. If I'm like, I don't feel like spending like too much time on art if it's not gonna be like something I'm like enjoying the whole time, which is kind of why I step away from realism a lot of the times, because I just can't be bothered to like spend 7+ hours on art. And if I do it, I like span it across days. I spanned this across days, TBH, but that's just because like some stuff came up IRL. Not anything dramatic, just like it was my mom's birthday, so busy times. So that vlog will be up. Link in the description if it's up. I don't know. I have to get these videos up before I go to the US, which is literally like tomorrow night, but technically the next day because it's at 12. So that's wild. I still can't believe like I'm going to be back in the US. It's wild. I have to like it's so funny. I'm gonna like vlog all this, but like I have to buy shoes for prom because I don't have any dress shoes. I used to have dress shoes, but we didn't bring them with us in the move because like there was just no more space. So yep, those were just like donated, I think. I don't know. Maybe they were just thrown away. I don't remember. And there's the finished product, folks.